Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I need we'll start at 8:15 or maybe 8:15 or 18. Two more minutes. Bring them in. Trying to bring them in. Thank you everyone for being here. New Makiwawa. And with that, we got the key, Taiki, Grand High Tech. We'll take it away because he got us in the mix. He put us in the mix.
Okay. Welcome everybody, and it is on once again. Welcome to Loyal African Minds presents The Truth Changes the Narrative. And tonight you got the Ansubu in the house as always, your host Taki, the High Tech. And tonight we got D-Dan Kamathi and Adrian X Ma'at in the room. And tonight's topic, tonight's episode, very interesting. Y'all gonna like this. And our topic tonight is, do we have allies, or are we in this struggle by ourselves? I believe I got that right, and you can correct me if I'm wrong. And Subu, definitely want some input on here. As we starting it up, we're going to call the people in the room. We're a little late. Originally wanted to start this at 8 p.m., but you know how life gets in the way sometimes. But we here, y'all, and that's right, we here. We who we've been waiting for in the first place, and we here right now. So welcome once again to Loyal African Minds presents The Truth Changes the Narrative, baby. We in the room right now, and we're going to give shouts out to everybody in the room. Thank you for joining in. Thank you for coming in. Everybody's filling in right now. We appreciate your support. We appreciate y'all tuning in. Tonight's episode is going to be, are we alone, or do we have allies? Y'all know what we're talking about. But we're going to make sure it's right and clear to you tonight. So we're going to bring it to you live, right and direct, right here on this Facebook Live, y'all. So let's do this.
I need 2 more minutes. 2 more minutes. We'll start at 18.
Mic check, mic check. Hey, can I get y'all brothers to check in? Give me a mic check so I make sure everybody's sound is clear and we can hear you in the room. The queen has arrived, Ebony. There she is. Everybody, if you could unmute your microphone and check in, please.
This is Christopher Deaver checking in. Brother Christopher checking in.
Naki Wawa AD.
Hear me?
Naki Wawa, Naki
Naki
Wawa.
Wawa.
Naki Wawa.
There it is. There it is. Queen, your camera.
King Ajalon the Ansubu checking in. Umaki Wawa. You know we coming with that fire. These are solar flares.
Ooh,
Black Power, we is in the room.
power.
Everybody's in the room sounding loud and clear and mighty, mighty fresh. Once again, welcome to Loyal African Minds presents The Truth Changes the Narrative, y'all. We got a full room tonight, y'all, so it's going to be hot. It's going to definitely be hot, and the topic is definitely hot. The topic is, are we alone? We together, though. Y'all see us in here. We together, but are we alone? Do we have allies? Are there some allies out there for us as a people? So I'm going to put you in the hands of the Ansubu as we address tonight's topic, and we're going to get it on right now, live and direct. Please like, share, comment, do your watch parties. Let people know that you're in the room. Let people know that we out here. Definitely hit us up on loyalafricanminds.com, and let's do this. Ansubu, we're giving you a minute to get your sound back on, and we're going to keep it rolling. The beat is rolling, so y'all know that's how we feel each other in the vibe. So we in here. Let's do this, y'all.
I got a watch party going. We can't hear your voice. The only thing we can hear is the music.
Okay, I must need to cut the music down then.
I can't hear your voice in the watch party.
I can hear you. I can hear you.
No, you can hear him on Zoom. I got a Facebook Live. Facebook Live cannot hear nobody's voice. So we need Facebook Live to hear your voice.
Let me make sure.
So none of us are being heard on Facebook Live. I can't even hear my own self on Facebook Live.
Okay, here's the thing.
So I'm going to go out of Facebook Live and go back in.
Now, brother, hold on. Y'all know how Facebook do us.
It's Facebook.
They did this to us yesterday too.
Oh, hey. It signed you out. You got to go back in there. It signed you out. You got to go back in there.
That's what I'm doing, bro. So hold on 1 second here.
Wait, hold on. It's playing now. It's playing.
It's playing? I don't think that's us. Okay, I see I'm gonna have to circumvent some stuff. Hold on, y'all.
It might have a delay on it.
Nah, it's not. This right here ain't even live because I ain't even. Facebook kicked me out.
Damn.
They did it to us yesterday too. So hold on, y'all. I just gotta circumvent.
Okay, it had me on there. Lord African Minds in the house, huh? Lord African Minds in the house, family. Hey, look, we started in slavery. Now we here, huh?
Right.
Yeah, started going there. Yeah, can't stop, won't stop. Can't stop, won't stop. Huh? Let go and just do this. So we making history, y'all. We making history, y'all. I want y'all to know y'all part of history.
Mm-hmm.
You know what
I
I'm saying?
just said that.
Yeah, we ain't the people who built the pyramids, but we come from those people. We ain't the people that was in slavery, but we come from them. But we a whole new people they ain't never seen on this planet. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and we got the truth, and we gonna change this narrative. You know, ain't no more where somebody else tell us who we is and who we not.
We know who we are. Yeah.
You know, and we doing this RBG thing.
Exactly.
Revolutionary. Yeah.
Revolutionary. They call revolutionary, but gangster. Revolutionary with gangster Wayne. Ain't no in between.
It's all right.
Ain't no in between.
It's all right. I'm gonna sing you a flag. I'm gonna have you dancing your flag or somebody.
Okay, y'all, let's try this one more again. One more again, we is back at y'all, and looks like we are live once again on Facebook. So y'all, I apologize, but y'all know how Facebook been doing us revolutionary stations nowadays. They try to kick us out and try to mute us and try to freeze us, but our energy circumvents the whole thing. So welcome back once again, y'all. Loyal African Minds presents The Truth Changes the Narrative. Everybody is already in the room, already and ready to go. We got me, your host, Taki the High Tech, the Ansubu, King Ajalon is in the house, Adrian X, my aunt, in the building, D. Dan Kamathi, Numaki Wawa, Christopher Deaver, I see you, and the Queen.
What's going on, brother? Black Power. What's going on? Yes, sir.
Everybody, we done already did our mic checks and all that. We may have to reshare and redo the watch parties because this,
I understand.
They rebooted us out, and now this is a new live. We still on time, y'all. It's only 8:18. We had a start time at 8 p.m. right here on our Loyal African Minds Facebook page. So we back in the mix. They try to throw that technical stuff, but you know what? That's behind us. We already in the house.
We
already doing what needs to be done, and we here, y'all. Our topic for tonight is going to be, are we alone? Which obviously we not, because we right here in the building. Are we alone as a people, or do we have allies in this? Are we together? Is there some people that's in it for us, or is there some phonies out there, and is there some skin folk that ain't really kin folk? We about to talk about that, and we about to get deep into that tonight. We gonna start with the Ansubu breaking it down for y'all, and we gonna go from there, y'all. Ansubu, go ahead and bless us with your knowledge.
Okay, it's the Ansubu, Numaki Wawa. We need everybody to mute their mic. We gonna get into this. So this is a real one. This is something that we've been trying to figure out for 400 years, before 400 years, because are we all we got? Is the black race only have the black race? Do the Africans worldwide only have Africans? Or do we have allies? And that's the question. King Ajalon has his perception. I'll let the record of time explain. Remember, we're not talking about do black persons have white persons or Mexican persons or Asian persons who've been cool with you in school or at work or who helped change your baby's diapers. We're talking about us as a whole people. For all the shit we've been going through on earth, has anybody stepped up? Have any nation stepped up? Has anybody told their own governments to leave us alone? Have they ever tried to change the situation of us on this earth from being colonized and in that colonization being a part of chattel slavery? Or today, is there anyone, any allies that's trying to say, let them have their own nation? Or change the Constitution, give them some power, give them some reparations? So, are we all we got? Or do we have allies? And so we have Ebony, Queen Ebony, which we call Asetara Ma'at Patah, and we have D. Dan Kamathi, the general. Those are the host and the co-host, and I'm gonna let them take away. We got two special guests, Adrian X, and we got Brother Christopher, and we're going to pose the question to them also. But right now, we're gonna put the mic like the way you like in the young queen's hand. She's 21. We got a brother on here that's 28. We got a brother that's 30. We got a brother that's 45, and we got me, 53. So we got somebody in each age group to tell you how they perceive. Are we all we got, or do we have allies? Queen Ebony, Asetara Ma'at Patah, we want to kick it off with you.
All right, Numa Kiwawa, peace and
Numa
blessings.
Kiwawa. Mute your mics while she talk.
Yes.
What is it?
Go ahead, Queen.
All we got, or do we have allies?
I would say that
Does the black race have to
I
depend
would
on the
say
black
that
race,
we
or can we depend
do
on
not have any allies. We are all that we have. So I did some analyzation of that video with that that white woman who spit on one of the protesters, and basically what happened was the white people didn't speak out like, oh, that's racist, that's wrong, you shouldn't do that. What they did was they formed a circle around her and protected her. So at the end of the day, they're going to protect their own. They're going to stand for their own. So that's why we have to wake up and realize that situation and just come together, you know. Another topic was, you know, Asians, you know, the how they're honorary white people, you know, how they pull on our energies, you know, to go into the nail salons, get our nails done. They know that we're gonna pay that money, you know what I'm saying? Also, you know, how everything is spiritual around us. They pull on our energies, and I seen it at a nail salon actually, and it was 0666. You guys know the six neutrons, 6 protons, 6 electrons that make up, you know, the melanin. So
mute your mic, Christopher. Mute your mic, Christopher.
Like, oh, they really care, or they're our friends, but they're not. Nobody is our friend, period. We have to stop. You know, I know they can say, oh, there's some good white people, but then you could go and say, what are they doing for, you know, the black community? Speaking up, what are they doing? Nothing. Also, so we have the LGBTQ, how they're out there protesting for Black Lives Matter, but they're also putting here hashtag Pride Month, basically using Black Lives Matter as their platform to push their own agenda. So at the end of the day, we're just being used, and we need to realize that. That's my point of view. That's my look on it.
Great perspective.
Yeah, so I'm gonna pass it to D-Dan.
D-Dan.
Wawa to all of the people. I love y'all very much.
Numaki Wawa.
Numaki Wawa.
Is my voice coming through all right, y'all? Y'all hear me all right? Y'all hear me?
Maki Wawa.
Y'all hear me?
Numaki Wawa.
A little bit, bro. Speak up or get closer to your mic.
Yeah.
That's a real plus. Let me get a little. Y'all hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, the question was posed, is it unity? Well, of course, we have unity, absolutely. Do we have allies? Hell no, we don't have allies, ladies and gentlemen. Listen, for a very long time, we always have been boots on the ground, on the front line. We have absolutely no allies in this right here. Once they see that they can come crawl under the damn rocks and come out the glove compartments and hide from under the damn car, that's when they come in, when they see they can reap benefits. But first and foremost, we always on the front line. We all have this common beast. That's that a whole lot of unequal shit, man. So again, we don't have no allies in this right here. I posed a question not very long ago to elderly Filipina, and I spoke to her and said, check this out, man. I know all of us see the same thing on these news channels. Why is it that the Filipinos remain silent in what's going on? She didn't think that we saw or recognized that right there. Her reply was, oh, you see that, huh? I said, hell yeah, I see that right there. All the while, we always on the front line. Y'all don't say absolutely nothing. I asked her, why is that? And she went in to say that maybe they scared and all that. I said, hey, look, ain't no time to be scared, man. We all could collectively come together to fight this beast. But y'all asses on the sideline just looking at us, and y'all reap the benefits after the fact. Anytime I encounter any other person that's non-white, Japanese, Filipino, Latino, I always let they ass know, check this out, man. It's time for all that. Look, stop kissing that white man ass, man. We out here on the battlefield all by ourselves. It's time for y'all ass to get y'all ass up and start saying and doing.
We out there in the battlefield.
In the battlefield, man. It's really real out here, man. We gonna get our damn ass kicked in, get shot, get choked to death, all the shit, man. But that's the system of white supremacy don't discriminate. They doing that to all non-whites, man. Excuse me, all non-blacks. Excuse me, I had it right. All non-whites are being controlled by this beast. So it's gonna take all of us to collectively come together to fight. So the question again was posed: do we have any allies? Hell nah. I don't give a damn nothing about your little friends you go to school with. That they cool with you, but then when they come around the rest of our people, they remain silent on our issues, man. So we don't have no damn friends and shit, man. Seriously, from the Latinos, the Asians, all of they ass idly sit on the sideline and watch our ass get beat, get killed, all that shit. Don't nobody come to our aid, man. We don't have no friends and shit, y'all. I'm gonna pass it, y'all. Go ahead.
All right, who we got next to comment on that?
We go close. We go. Y'all close your mics right quick. We go call on the one and only Adrian X, my aunt. Adrian X, my aunt. The question is tonight on Loyal African Mind. The truth changes the narrative. So tonight we finna change the narrative. We finna tell you what we think, what we feel, and what we know. Adrian X, my aunt, please answer this important question and give us some dialogue behind it. Do we have allies, or are we all we got?
Dr. John Henry Clark said it best. May our ancestor rest in peace. He said, if we want friends, we got to look in the mirror. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So to sum it up in a nutshell, we don't have any allies. Queen said it best, and the King said it before me. He said it best as well. We always caping for other people, when reality, when everybody gets their pie, we're left with crumbs on our plate. You know what I'm saying? Now the Civil Rights Bill, or the Civil Rights Act, is supposed to be particularly for Black people's rights, but you see the Civil Rights Act now is paved the way for other people's rights, especially LGBTQ, because President Obama during the time, he was an LGBTQ president, so he passed a lot of stuff for them. He didn't do nothing for Black people, so it's up to us as Black people to invest in ourselves. Like Malcolm X said, develop our own self-help programs, and it's on us as well to have international ties with our brothers and sisters across the globe too, in Africa and in other parts of the world, because we are inhabitants of this whole planet and beyond. So we are responsible for restoring back what's rightfully ours. So it ain't no time for no damn allies, because we don't got time to keep playing leapfrog with a damn unicorn. You know what I'm saying? We're not doing that no more. It's time for us to rise up and practice Ubuntu, Umojo, you know, Ujima, all these different principles, cooperative economics. I am because we are.
Nguzi Saba. The Nguzi
So,
Saba.
Mojo is Black unity. So yeah, we need to practice all these principles and go back to our roots. So that's all I got. That's all I want to say because I can keep going, but I wanted to say that I'm gonna sum it up and leave it at that note.
All right. D-Dan, who we got next?
Okay, we got Christopher. We got the one and only Christopher. And so let me set this up. We had a couple of shows on Loyal African Minds, Connected Mind, and Christopher was in the audience. He was agreeing and vibing what he said. And I know that feeling when it be lonely, like you got all this information, and when you wake up, you be frustrated, mad, and you want to connect with somebody, and there's nobody in your family you connect with, and the people that you grew up with, you know, all disorientated, you know, and then it seemed like the world is cooning and like you're by yourself, you know? And so he caught the audience and he said, man, let me come on. And now he's on. Christopher, we need to ask you right now, young brother, Prince Christopher, and he's one of the youngest ones on the show. We got the sister, Queen Ebony, she's 21. Give it up for our young parts. We got Christopher, he's 28. And so we got the young people waking up in state generation, in state time, and they're giving you what they know. But now we got a question for you, Christopher. We need to know what you know. Do we have allies, or are we all we got?
I'm gonna have to say that we're all we got, but we can create allies as we go on.
You got to explain it, because I don't know what that means.
Okay, what I'm saying?
Allies, who, where, how, what?
There's a lot of people claiming to be allies that are in leadership roles that are saying that they're out for the sake of an oppressed people. And that's the African working class. That's people of color. You know, I personally believe that they're using it as a form of counterinsurgency in order to try to find a soft, like the knife's already in there. You know, we already know, like we already see the tactics that they've used in the 70s and the 60s. You know, it's like we conformed to our to their civil rights, of what they call it. You know, H. Rap Brown said. H. Rap Brown said in a speech, I don't know the exact year, but he was like, you know, there's no difference. There should be no difference between low class, middle class, high class. It's like saying I'm a little bit pregnant. You're either pregnant or you're not. So, you know what I'm saying? White supremacy is the enemy, was the enemy when it came and snatched up the first African, you know, is the enemy today. You brought it back, brought us back over here against our will and integrated us, you know. But the answer to your question, I do believe personally we got, but we can create allies. There's a lot of leadership roles, a lot of people that are waking up that are getting hip to this revolutionary, you know, this Pan-Africanism, you know, African spirituality, because even our spiritual techniques and the way that we pray and where we go in fellowship, all of it has been infiltrated just for, you know, the mighty dollar, for capitalism. You know, you turn that dollar on its reverse side and see what we're worth. It basically took our whole history and, you know, made it evil. You know, when Constantine came and enslaved us and took the gold, and, you know, he said he saw a vision. He started taking out bits and pieces of the Bible of a book. You know, I take everything, all knowledge, you know, even the 120 lessons, you know what I'm saying? Even the teachings of Dr. Ben, our way of spirituality, our way to our ancestors, it's all been colonized in order to fit an agenda that is white. A lot of us don't want to wake up to it, you know, and we see these protests, and, you know, the white man sees it because he feels like he has the power, or, you know, like a godlike complex himself, because he got all the funds, all the resources. You know, America eats its babies, you know what I'm saying? It's the truth. Pac said it the best. You know, America kills its kids, you know, but I personally believe our allies can be our youth. You know, it starts at home. You know, I'm 28 years old. I don't have any children. Do I want kids? Yeah. You know.
So the question, though, my brother, is do the black race. We're not just talking about us here in
The
America.
black race.
Worldwide.
I'm talking about but I'm specifically talking about.
So we know our children. We know our children are part of us. When we talk about allies, the Arabs, the Indians, Native Americans, do we have any allies?
I believe every race is dealing with their own circumstances, but the white race has more feels like they have more superiority over every other race. You know, they use psychology in order to try to enslave us and things of that nature. Media, you know, it's like we have to go crate dig. You know, a lot of our history is scattered. So it's really truly if you want to tap into this, you know, because a lot of us are just in that one book.
Okay, brother, we finna move on. And so the answer to the question is are we by ourselves? Yes. Or do we have allies? Yes. Which one is on your plate?
I would say we're by ourselves.
Okay, that's it.
But we can create allies.
Okay, but we're talking about what we have right now. So we're talking about what we have right now. We ain't talking about tomorrow. I don't mean to cut your wisdom like that. But we got the one and only queen in here. So Tyke, give her propers and let them know the history where our one and only beloved Queen Trish BW.
Most definitely. I was waiting to announce that our queen did enter the room. Trisha B in the house from our way back when we started doing this with the Connected Mind show, which airs tomorrow at 8 p.m. So same place. But we got Queen Trish in the room. Queen Trish, our topic for tonight is: are we all we got, or do we have allies? We as a people, us, African-minded people, our connected mind people, are we all we got, or do we have allies? Queen, please elaborate.
Please be unapologetic about this. You make no excuses. You know, worldwide, do the African race in our struggle, do we have any allies from the other group of people, or are we got? And that's what we need to know. We need to tell that to our babies. So if they grow up and say, hey, we got allies, you know, kumbaya. Or if we all we got, what we need to do. What's on your mind, Queen? Talk to us. Real talk.
Okay, hold on, Queen. You got to unmute your mic. Unmute your mic. There it is. Okay, Queen. Please share some of your wisdom with us, please.
Okay, at this present time, we are all we got. We don't have any allies. Right now, we have the opportunity to fight for ourselves and be vigilant about it and be aggressive about it and be assertive about it. We can't afford to have anyone come in and infiltrate and stop us from having this opportunity, because at the end of the day, these people get to go home and they get to talk about you again. I mean, it's like they're only there for something for their benefit. They're not there for your benefit. You know, people can sing kumbaya all day, all day long. But at the end of the day, this is our fight. You know what I'm saying? We've done enough of that with all due respect to Martin Luther King, but Malcolm X by any means necessary, and I think it's time for us to take advantage of that. We've already done the other stuff. We done the marching, we done the praying, we done the speeches, we done the begging. I'm tired of yes, Master, yes, boss. Can you please help us? Yes, Master, yes. I'm just tired of it.
Right.
We don't need that. We don't need none of that right now. We need to grab you know what I mean? That's what we need to do. Because right now, it seems like everybody's trying to just water it down. I'm watching this and it's like it's turning into a 3-ring circle, you know? And, but no. We all we got.
We all we got. You heard it from the Queen. And, you know, I seen an interesting post on Facebook today. It some white people, and they got the bar on their neck and they changed like we came in when they carried us in here, and they're wearing these shirts that say "so sorry." And to me personally, that was an insult to my intelligence, because if you believe that posting this picture that you generated to get so many likes or comments and circulate and go viral around the internet, if you really believe that suffices 500 years of how y'all done did us, come on, really insulting our intelligence. But that's just my say on that. Who got next on here? D. Dan Kamati, you the host, and Queen Ebony, you in the building as well. Let us know who we need to hear from next.
Go ahead on, Queen. Go do your thing, family. I'm gonna go after you. Queen first.
Don't go after me. Okay. Which other one was it? So has anybody, I just have a question. Has anyone felt like
everybody mute your mic while the Queen talking?
More friendly now, right?
Friendly?
They're starting to be more friendly?
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
Wait. You lost me. What happened?
I'm saying, have you noticed white people being more friendly in public? You know, like trying to smile more, trying to and our people are falling for it.
But they're trying to hypnotize. They're trying to hypnotize.
They're
trying to hypnotize. They're trying to take us out while they keep buying out and smiling. And their brothers that's in the white nationalist movement is behind the scenes ready to mow us down.
That's right.
And then, like she said, they get to move out the way while they put us to sleep. You know, rockabye baby.
Yeah.
You know, hey, come on now. They on our heads right now. I seen, and I didn't mean to take it over. I'm gonna let you go back, but that's
Go ahead.
The question pissed me off, right? See, I was gonna shut up, but that question it irritated me, right? They've been friendly, right? I don't need no friends, okay?
Right.
I need some reparations and I need some repatriation and we need some land, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And we need our own system, right? And we need our own think tank. Now, I've seen some white oopies, some white folks, some tupaguyus, right? Walk on YouTube and TikTok with their knee on each other's neck, smiling and hee ha ha, right? So the ones that's being friendly to you, they're just trying to throw you off your square. I was finna go bad, but I'm gonna shut up because this is your show. But that question kind of pissed me. It irritated me. I don't know why. I usually in control of my feelings or emotions, but that really made me hot. You know, do you see them being? I don't.
Yeah.
Look, I want to speak on something real quick, and I'm gonna pass it back to Evan. Being so-called friendly, it's all smoke and mirrors. That's just what they do. They've been doing that shit. They operating under deception.
Oh, that's Christopher. Okay.
You got to remember also that when that white bra spit in that young brother's face, the ones that protected her, they was also friendly. So all that friendly shit we over that right there.
Right.
That's just what they do. They came with deception and friendliness right before they enslaved and kidnapped our ass. So
right, exactly.
That's what they do. And here we are, 2020, going through the same weak bullshit, man. They ask us not to be trusted at all, man.
No.
Thank you. Ashe.
This one thing that we need to remember always. That white man ushered in that television, telling lies through vision, where he put all of the white images, the white Santa, feed your baby some baby food, white Gerber, every damn thing was white. Jesus, the damn Last Supper, white angels, all that shit was white. So all of these non-whites sat down around that damn television, jockeying for position on how to be an honorary damn white man or woman, period. So that's why we ain't just got white supremacy against our ass. We got all nationalities against our ass because they all have to jockey for position and become honorary damn white. So that's why this fight is, look, your ass if you're not a damn John Brown, figure out who John Brown was historically. He was shooting and killing white folks for our ass. He was on the battlefield. He didn't have to wait for us to go out there with signs and all that shit to be okay. It's okay to do it. Y'all see the same shit we see. And in my discussions with white folks, I asked them, I'm like, wait a minute, y'all see the same shit we see on TV. Why is it that white folks play dumb? The reply that I received is they play dumb because they know that we are at the bottom of the totem pole and they're at the top. They play dumb because they don't want to even that damn playing field. So that's why they have to remain silent. like they asked under arrest and got the right to remain silent or some old shit. Hold the fuck on, man. We need all this right quick. Again, we have Stephanie.
Oh, Adrian, what do you have to say? I want to pass it to you.
I just kind of want to piggyback off of what the other brother said about us not having friends. Like, what I come to learn about white people is that the greatest power that they possess is the power of suggestion. And a lot of us, not us particularly, but a lot of our people have this Negropean mindset just because they see all this stuff on through the mass media that social engineers their way of thinking. So about the violence and the looting and shit like that, that wasn't from us. That's from them. We learned that from them. You know what I'm saying? So excuse my French, but I'm just letting you know how it is. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like as a people, like somebody proposed a profound question. It's either going to be reconciliation or independence. For us now, it's time for us to just become independent because these people have ravished our people, stripped us from our tongue. You know, they stolen our history. They whitewashed it, which is called iconoclasm, where they purposely deface, the Sphinx and even the hieroglyphs and make them white. You know what I'm saying? So they do all these different things to offset the history. But we know that secretly the Pope is worshiping the Black Madonna.
Yes, Ashe.
Apart, the Black Madonna and Childs essentially is a representation of Aset and Haru. Because Haru is sitting on Aset's lap. Okay, we know that that's the sign of the Black woman is God right there. So all of this stuff has been taken and revived and been sold back to us, and unfortunately a lot of our people still got the shackles on the mind.
Oh my God.
Educated, like Carter G. Woodson once put it in this Miseducation of the Negro. You know, so we still we lose out on racial consciousness once we assimilate to their religion and their education. And education means to take out. So we really need to be reaching enlightenment or spiritual awakening, which is Nahes in Kemetic terms. So that's what we're working on right now. And it's going to take a lot of us building together. It's going to take a lot of us arming ourselves mentally as well as physically and building our own military, because the mistake that Black Wall Street made was, yes, we had businesses, we had lawyers, we had doctors and dentists and things of that sort, but we didn't have a strong security force, and we need that. We need a military force where we can uphold our own, and it's not going to just be
our own militia.
It's going to also be internationally. We need these ties. Yeah, stolen legacy. Yeah, yep. And Dr. John Henry Clark was talking about it as well in the African Holocaust as well. You know, King Leopold makes Hitler look like a choir church boy. So he killed over 15 million Africans, and Mussolini too. Mussolini is responsible as well, but they purposely talk about Hitler, but Hitler in reality was bringing out some truth too, even though I ain't diminishing the shit that he did against the Jews, but he was telling the truth about the elites though. Yeah. And he was telling the truth about Black people as well, whether you like Hitler or not. You know what I'm saying? But that's the truth that's hidden as well. But I can go on, you know, and it's gonna take for us to go back to our own hometown, our own homeland. As a matter of fact, I said hometown, homeland, and invest in our land and get back to our roots. Learn African language, learn symbols, you know, and communicate and network and build with each other. That's what it's going to take at this time. Ubuntu in Swahili means I am, because we are I mean, I am because we are, or we
Yeah.
are because I am. So we need to really practice that and implement that. Because the whole purpose behind Ma'at, one more thing, the whole purpose behind Ma'at is to connect us not just spiritually, but also make sure we have balanced structure in truth and justice in social structures and in governmental affairs. So that's the whole purpose of that, and that's what we need to get back to is our roots.
Right quick, before we go to our next speaker, I want to give shouts out to folks in the room. I see Keith Reed in the room. I see Zenith Rose, hey, my sister, in the room. I see Sharon Denise Surratt Best, and if I mess up your name, please forgive me. I see Kiana Wood in the room. I see Erica Lucky Grayer in the room. Who else? Anthony Lee Pori is in the room. Melba Geist is in the room. Asaki Fari Habu is in the room. And I believe that's all I see so far, but there's a lot of watch parties going on. Appreciate y'all for sharing these watch parties. Please comment so we can see you in the room, because the way Facebook algorithm works, if you don't comment, it doesn't really show us that you're in the room. So definitely comment, chime in. Do you think we are, we got, or do we have allies? What's your mindset on that? Definitely like, comment, and share. And we appreciate y'all. Much love, Numa Kiwawa. All right, y'all, let's go with it.
King Ajalanda and Subu. I'm finna throw a little clarity in. And no disrespect to nobody, fuck Hitler and all the rest of them. In Nambia, the Nazi party killed 30 million people in Nambia. In Angola, the Portuguese killed 35 million. In the Belgian Congo, they killed 70 million. In Rhodesia, they killed 50 million. In Nigeria, they killed 15 million. The British did. Let's keep it rolling. In Algeria, the Italians, the French, and the Spanish led a campaign in Northern Africa when they killed over 20 million. That's why we see a lot of Arabs up there. And we, you know, the darker ones they killed off. The king of Morocco was on the side of the Europeans when they had the League of Nations. And so we go keep it rolling. Over in Egypt, the Arabians in the Anglo-French company, they cleared out the black Egyptians and moved them into the Sudan, and then they had the Arabs in the Sudan moved them all the way into the Nubian territory, which is Djibouti, in Syria, and down into Ethiopia and over into Uganda. And so they've been playing, you know, this mass movement causing famine. So, and the question is, today, the King Jalan and Subu is finna get into it real. I'm not finna play with the facts, okay? Are we all we got, or do we have allies? India didn't say shit. China didn't say shit, okay? The only people that ever said anything about our cause and our struggle when we read the history was Ho Chi Minh, right, and Fidel Castro over in Cuba. Chairman Mao of the Communist Party of China, the Democratic People's Socialist Republic, supplied Haile Selassie and the other revolutionaries of the African Union who were fighting the struggle with money and guns. So when we look at the question, are we all we got? Or do we have allies? We're not talking about the people that you grew up. We're not talking about the people that you wish, you know, that you go to the voting booth to put Biden in, or that you support Trump. We're talking about Africans on the earth. We're talking about the brothers and sisters in Australia. We're talking about the Tasmanians that got exterminated off Tasmania. We're talking about the people out in the Pacific Island and the Malaysian Islands. The Malaysian Islands with melanin. We're talking about the people in Hawaii that was originally black that's not there no more. We're talking about the original people of Tonga, Fiji, and Samoa that was black. They split that up into Western Samoa and American Samoa. Why? Because one side had more black people than the other. I could keep on going. But when we dealing with this question, right, we already know the white man is not the only guilty culprit. Okay, India, over 3,000 years started the caste system. The Indo-Persians, right? The Indo-Europeans kept it going. They are the ones who started the caste system that black people are at the bottom. That the darker you are, right? So this is what we come at. We need to find out where this stuff started from. Right? It started over in India and it spread it through Persia and it went by way to Arabia. So those Arabs, right, they have done some atrocities. They don't get off the hook. Not just the white man, anybody with that straight hair, right? The ones that can catch lights, right? When we see them move across Earth, they didn't have the resources in Africa. We stopped them at what they call Egypt, and they had to make treaties. And they always wanted to penetrate into our territories. Well, they came from the north out of Europe, and they came from the east out of Arabia, and they started to penetrate because they broke a lot of treaties. Now here we are today in America trying to figure out, do we have allies? So the next person who speak, I want to know, do we have allies? And are we by ourselves? And if we by ourselves, what's the next move?
Well,
Right next.
I did post a post today in the group Connected Minds, and I think I posted it in Loyal African Minds about the brothers and sisters in Africa who have gotten the news about this situation over here, and they're letting us know that
Queen,
they're
you try to
behind
say something
us,
important and they're
and
messing with your
they
mic
will
right
no
now.
longer they are. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes, sister. Could you repeat that one more time? You know, they throwing shade on the important stuff. If you could just repeat that last sentence, I guess, that you just said, because it looked like it didn't come through, and we want to make sure we heard. Go ahead, Queen.
Okay. Well, I said I posted in Loyal African Minds, and I posted in Connected Minds about the sister in Africa who she said they were no longer going to go for the trickery. They know what's going on here, and she said, we know what's going on, Trump, with our brothers and sisters there, and after the aftermath of the George Floyd murder, so they're on board. So I do believe that we do have allies, and I also heard, I can't remember the guy's name, but he was out of Puerto Rico, and he was talking about how they're on board too. So I mean, I do believe we do have allies, but I just don't. Right now, I don't trust the Caucasian. I don't trust them at all.
Most definitely, most definitely. Hey, I'm gonna pull a Nat Turner move right now. Everybody that's in the room right now on the live, are you with us or not with us? Speak up. We see you in the room. You there watching?
I'm with you.
Are you
I'm with
with
you.
us?
I'm with you. It's the truth.
Oh, not here. I'm talking about on the live. The people commenting. I know everybody on the panel is with us here. So that's not a question. The question is, the people we have in the room, shout out to Don A. Robinson just showed up in the room. Hey, are y'all with us? Or what? You going to play the game or you going to straddle the fence? This ain't straddle the fence time. We past that now.
No.
This is this generation telling us right now. They lit it up. They letting us know they going to be heard. And this generation, I said this before, I think I posted in my Connected Minds group, that this generation is volatile. Very volatile, and they will be heard. So it's a different time for them. It's a different time for this generation, and they will be heard. So we need to start listening. We need to know where they at in this time right now, so that we, the elders, can direct them in the right direction, because they got the fire. They definitely got the fire. They showed y'all they got the fire because they brought the fire to you. So we as the elders, we need to start listening and realize what time that our young generation is in right now, so that we can say, okay, this is the way y'all need to do it according to the ancestral knowledge and that we've been imparted with. Sankofa, go back. and find what their ancestors have left for us, and let's do this thing right. So people in the room, I need to hear you. Holla if you hear us, if you right here on this Facebook Live, sitting here quietly, straddling the fence. It's no time for that. It's time to speak up and speak out and come together and connect our minds and do things. Queen Ebony, you the youngest one in the room, and so you represent this generation, and we need to have you heard. Go ahead and speak, Queen.
So what I believe, you know, like you said, the media is like changing our mindset. It makes us, you know, stay just stuck and stagnant. You know what I'm saying? It makes us complacent.
They're trying to.
Yeah, they're trying to. So that's how the truth changes its narrative. You know, making music, if you know how to sing, rap positively. You know what I'm saying? Put the things that you've gone through. You know, like whenever you're healed and stuff like that, and you're elevating, you're gonna go through the things that you got to go through, and then you're gonna, you know, use that to, you know, put it in your music, put all that passion that you got into your music. You know what I'm saying? So we have to do that. And I know a lot of people my age don't really want to listen to this because of all the distractions. You know what I'm saying? But I've been through so much where the distractions, you know what I'm saying? That's what they are. So you have to, you know what I'm saying, move past that and understand that no, they're not our friends for real. They can come in sagging like you,
thank you,
wearing a hat to the side like you. They can do anything. They will still call you a nigger if they get mad. They still gonna flip on you. You still gonna see. I've been through that experience myself, thinking that, oh, well, if I just act this way, then they'll accept me. No, they're not gonna accept you. They talk about you behind your back, period. They do.
Yeah.
So don't think for 1 minute that they your friends and they gonna have your back over your own people for real. Cause I know how I'm riding. I'm riding for my people. You know what I'm saying? I'll do whatever. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. So, you know, we just have to unlearn what we have been taught and realizing that we've been taught a lie and everything that we're living in is merely an illusion. So whenever you just come to that realization, you're going to want to change. You're going to want to know who you truly are. You're going to want to do the research and things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? Get more connected with your spirit, with your ancestors, doing things like that. That's what we need to go back to. You know what I'm saying? We have to give thanks to our ancestors as well. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you do, as long as you are humble with it and you are passionate about bringing your people together, that's what we have to do. That's why we have this platform. We're waking people up. You know what I'm saying? We're showing them what the truth is. Not sugarcoating anything, because everything has been sugarcoated. You know what I'm saying? Everything has been, oh yeah, it's this. But it's like, it's not what it is. You know what I'm saying? So you got to see the truth. So this is what this platform is about. And I'm going to keep, you know, spreading the word about it. You know what I'm saying? And just keep believing that it's going to grow. You know what I'm saying? It's going to grow. It's going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. We're going to have our own everything at the end of the day. We cannot accept failure, period. This is it. We know now. So we are the ones that have to take action, who have to change our behaviors that have been stopping us. Like, you know, we have to save. Come on now, let's be real. We got to save our money. We got to stop spending on some blacks. And you know what I'm saying? All this extra stuff at the gas station or weaves and all this extra stuff. We got to save our money, invest it into our own communities. And then we won't have to worry about, oh, I have to act like this queen said, I have to act a certain type of way around them. Oh, yes, all that. I totally understand that. You know what I'm saying? Going to work and feeling like you have to portray yourself as something that you're truly not. And you are miserable at work for real, on the low. You know what I'm saying? So coming up out of that, for sure. And realizing who you are, knowing thyself. You know what I'm saying? Knowing who you are. Because once you know who you are, you're not going to stay in a position that's making you feel uncomfortable and everything. You're gonna align. You're gonna align with, what is that? I'm gonna have to read that.
Candy for Columbus.
Definitely. You're gonna have to send me what it is and I'll have to look it up. But most definitely guys, look that up as well, y'all. like whenever they show you
trap
things,
round,
it's
die
to
nigger
look
die.
it up. You know, it's to take notes or whatever you need to do. Don't just think you're gonna, you know, keep the information, but you're really not. You're gonna forget it. So write it
And
down.
this is the Black
Brother Christopher been holding this piece. I can see his mind working.
Most definitely.
Before you let him go, I'm gonna tell you something else that pissed me off real quick. We gotta do some critical thinking here, y'all. Right? We in some critical times, and the Democrats are the United Klans of America, and the Republicans are the Invisible Knights of America. So it's the same thing. And what a Klan does, a Klan wants to keep control of his territory. A Klan is a family, so it's called the Ku Klux Klan. So what they do, they get a clue what you told them, and they clutch your program because they want their clans to stay in power, right? So when you hear the word clans, don't think in terms of some people with sheets. Think in terms of different type of families that control different cities and counties, right? And they'll kill you, or they will scare you, or they'll set you up with fake charges, or whatever. And they'll pet you on the back, and they'll give you their daughter or son, but they come in and they coup, right? A coup is a takeover. The clucks, right? To clucks, to diminish whatever you're trying to do. So they come in with a coup and they take over whatever you're trying to do, right? To keep the power in their hand. So they want power and authority. And with that said, get your research on. Don't be fooled by white people kumbaya you, because that's what you call the coup. They come in to take over your movement, to take over where your mind at. Somebody else said they make suggestions. It's called subliminal suggestions. It's subliminal, seductive suggestions. They seduce you with their suggestion. I know, Brother Chris, he got something powerful to say. Chris, you better hit it like you're trying to knock the punching bag out the ring right now.
I'm just, I'm being patient. Everything. I'm just saying, everything starts with patience. We here now. Like I look at life as a big old chessboard. You go through your experiences, you make your mistakes, but there's something more out there. I've read a lot, but have you ever heard of the prophet Yaqub?
Say that again, brother.
The prophet Yaqub.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Are you talking about Dr. Yaqub? The scientist?
Yeah, Dr. Yaqub, yeah.
The Travis Shabazz scientist?
Yeah. But
is that a real story or an allegorical story?
An allegorical story.
Yeah.
But
allegory.
At the same time, if you take everything into consideration, like I don't just take things out of the Bible, and look at it like, oh, this is what it was. The Bible it's like our history all scattered around.
Yeah.
Not just the Bible. You have to take everything in context, because the white man he took everything and scattered it upon this nation alone. You know what I'm saying? So you have to take everything. You know what I'm saying? Like David Banner says, he's like, consider everything, expect nothing. We have to continue to fill our bodies with our minds with knowledge, but we have to prepare ourselves physically as well, as much as mentally nowadays, because as much as we not letting up, they're not letting up either. They teaching they teaching their kids it's gonna be here after us. How to load a gun into a chamber. The only position that the white man knows is power. That's the only thing he gets off of is power. So when so a lot of y'all said, I was just sitting back listening. During times like these where we can gain access to our own sovereignty. I don't care if you on the street, you sleeping in a box somewhere, you're still an African. Everything goes back to Africa. It's a lot. I don't know really where to start, but I'm out here right now. When I say we all we got, because you even got brothers out here, brothers and more sisters out here too. Like I feel like more sisters are hip to it. There's soldiers and sisters. We need soldiers.
Yeah.
Not to conform yourself, because during times like these, the white man and the white family, like they got the power, they have the authority, they have the riches, they got all the wealth, not all of them, but I'm talking about the ones that's in power. These are white men. You're talking about the 13 families, you talking about 13 families, the Rothschilds, You know, and everybody talking about the 13 tribes. Understandable. We're talking about thousands of years of conditioning. You know, where somebody can constantly change the narrative, even our own people. So we have to really be, you know, be sharp-minded, you know. That's why I say consider everything, expect nothing. You know, but understand, like, I personally feel like nowadays that we're out here, like me and you, like all of us are on a Zoom, but I'm pretty sure if all of us got together, you know what I'm saying? Like what rules this nation to me right now is capitalism. Like, you know, I don't care where you live at. A person don't have to know your financial status, you know? You don't have to know what, you know, a person can look at your materialistic things and think like, oh, this man don't got no money. This man, I'm 28 years old. I'm talking about like the older generation, you know, like the younger generation is looking at the older generation. Like, you know, there's 19 Black Panthers that are locked up still. Like, you know, people are still figuring this out. You know, like they killed how they killed Fred Hampton, you know, in his home and his pregnant wife. You know, like how they treated every time we would try to gain our sovereignty. You know, whether it be through liberation or you know, a lot of us are waking up. You know, and the internet's exposing this.
Yeah.
But I personally believe this Facebook, like I don't really fuck with Facebook. Like if I met Mark Zuckerberg tomorrow, I say, what the fuck are you doing? Like you don't even have the far left sitting at your table. You know, like the brother was saying, you know, these Republicans and Democrats at the end of the year, they eating off plates $20,000. The plate is 20 grand or more. You know, and they sitting amongst themselves in front of y'all televising it like, oh yeah, we fucked y'all. You know what I'm saying? I didn't even vote. Like I stopped voting. Like I already knew Trump was gonna come into office. You know what I'm saying? Everybody talk about like make America great again. Oh yeah, you know, we have our own people that's conforming to that ideology. Like the American system is broken, it's dead, it doesn't exist. You know, the more it's like a consumer. You know, it's like a consumer.
You said the American system is broken?
Yeah, it's broken. It doesn't exist.
When was it fixed?
It doesn't exist for us. It never exists for us. We're just the burden bearers of building this. That's how I see it.
Right. The British put us in slavery, the French put us in slavery, and the Spanish put us in slavery. So yeah, of course, none of the systems work for us. So that's why we're talking about worldwide African unity. We're not just talking about
facts, and I'm all for it. Yeah, but I'm out here talking to the brothers and sisters out here. A lot of people ain't hip to it. They just trying to stay at home, feed their families. You know, a lot of people are as much as afraid as upscale white people out here nowadays. You know, so they turn on the news, they starting to see like what's going on.
Upscale white people are afraid. Is that what you're
like
saying?
Uppity white people. Like I'm telling you, like this uppity.
They're afraid.
Like, uppity. Yeah, they're in fear. So what they're using is like I said,
because they ancestors stole money from us and they living off the money.
Exactly, and they know they gotta pay up. You know what I'm saying? They know exactly they gotta pay up. Like China went in. China
we don't got no friends, man. We don't have no friends.
No, we don't. We out here by ourselves. You know what I'm saying? And me personally, being you know what I'm saying, I consider myself African. You know what I'm saying? I get hit from both sides. But that's just the reality of it. But I'm just, you know, I'm about like, if you're really African, you're able to govern yourself through any situation. You know, like you're not calling 911. You know, you're not calling the police to save you. You know, you're saving yourself. You know, it's that real.
I'm confused.
Okay,
I don't know if I heard you correctly.
Yeah, he confused me too. Because we talking about worldwide African unity, upscale white, poor whites,
all that.
We got people in Canada. We got people in France.
Exactly, all over the world, all over the globe. So,
but I'm speaking to the whole panel. Yeah. And so I want somebody who can pick up and expound, you know, and elaborate. Not just about the whites, right? The good whites or the elite whites. Or I don't know how you word it, but what about these other people? I think somebody think we talking about the Black Americans, and that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about worldwide African unity. World African Mind is always talking about worldwide African unity. There's no special group of people in America. You call yourself a Hebrew or more. We don't care about that. We talking about worldwide African unity, We are no special than any other group of Africans. And all Africans on this planet has been smashed by every other group. And I'm trying to figure out what we want to know. Do we have any friends? I mean, are the Arabs our friends? Is Islam our friend? Is Christianity our friend? Is the Hindus our friend? Is the Sikhs? You know, I mean, let me know. Somebody. Can anybody elaborate about other races other than the white man? Because we know the white race don't even stand up to the white race when it comes to us. So let Adrian X get in there. And I know somebody got some information for us about, do we have any friends on this earth? We're not talking about African Americans or African Canadians. We're talking about worldwide African unity.
You can see right now that China has its foot on Africa's neck right now. They're beating our people up on camera.
Exactly.
Thank you, brother. I'll wait for somebody to speak about that.
But at the same time, you see now Nigerians as well as other nations are fighting back and kicking their butt out. So you do see them retaliating and trying to get them up out of there. But they do have their foot on our necks right now. And the reason why they have their foot on our necks is because our African leaders in Africa, on the continent of Africa, they have failed us because they keep getting the butter biscuits from the white elites, and they keep selling their people out. So they give up all the resources. There's a political cartoon. If you look at it, I don't know if anyone has seen it, but it shows a big continent of Africa, and then it shows people around it, like Italian, Germany, France, Portuguese. Everybody is tugging and pulling from every angle of Africa. So they know that Africa is the grand prize for everybody. Ever since Africa started, everybody had his eyes on Africa. You know what I mean? Yeah. So since Mansa Musa was giving out gold for free to people. You know what I mean? He was traveling with camels on his back, 60,000 entourage, bringing architects back to Mali to build Timbuktu and all that, these different, the oldest university that you can find, you know, and people sadly mistake and think that Alexander the Great burnt all the books down, but he really didn't. He just took the teachers and corrupted them and made them beneficial to Greco-Roman history. So that's what they did. They perverted our narrative, our stories. So you can look at it from the Chinese standpoint of how they're mistreating us right now, and even looking at it here in America, Asians don't treat us fairly here in America too. We already know that. You saw the Asian cop stand right there and co-sign with the white supremacists. So he's a white co-conspirator that rides the conveyor belt of white supremacy, because he's getting the crumbs too. He's getting the crumbs as well. And we just got to be very mindful of our own people too. Our own people sell us out. It pays to be a coon. Ask Charles Barkley. Charles Barkley is getting a ton of... Right. So he's getting everything, you know what I'm saying? And then when you look at the architecture of how Washington, D.C. is built, you can see how all that shit was stolen from Egypt too. How the monumental thing, like the obelisk, it's the Technuke, and it stands for the man's phallus, which is the life force that brings forth existence to humanity, because the woman is the life giver, so you need the life force to give forth the energy, which brings forth the because this is also in the shape of the Technu as well, or the obelisk, as well, into ourselves.
And the thing is though, they digging now. Like, you know, a lot of people that are starting to see, you know, they digging now. But a lot of them are using like the internet. They're using their cell phones. They're using networks. And a lot of, and I'm telling you, and yet, no, I don't just believe it's just white people, but I do believe that they have had their hand in it for a very long time. Nothing, you know what I'm saying? I ain't got nothing against white folks, you know what I'm saying? But But at the same time, I'm saying that I understand what you're doing to me as well as as an oppressed African. Me consider myself that. I go to jail. I'm considered African, so I know exactly. You either gonna use me to your advantage. You're gonna use
Are
me
you
for diversity.
biracial?
They consider me they call me biracial. I'm very, they call me mixed. They give me the name mulatto. I don't know if you
Oh,
can
so
hear me.
that's
Can
the
you hear
reason
me?
why you having these like mixed, like, oh, well, this over here, but oh, this over here, because you know what I'm saying, you mixed. So
Well,
I can understand
that doesn't
why
that
you're
doesn't have
coming
anything
at.
to do.
I can
That doesn't have,
understand, but I will have to say that you can't really say, you know what I'm saying now, can't speak for Black people, because you really not went through that experience.
I can because
Oh.
I've gone
It
through.
sounds like you're all over the place, though. It's like
No. I'm
do you
agreeing.
or do you
No,
not?
I'm
You feel
agreeing.
me? You can't say yes, I do, and then
You just said can. You just said can again.
I really can't hear you, to be honest. My
You
mic
have
is a
to.
little low, but you sort
You
of are
have to.
confusing
You have
to
to
me.
can.
It's like I don't know which one.
We can. Not white people, but African people can, because we're Africans. We're not Africans. We can. We can do whatever we put our minds to, our souls to. But at the same time, in this nation, we're an oppressed people. We don't own anything.
Right. That's why we have to.
So
That's
there
why
you go. We have to
start
liberate
owning.
ourselves, right? We have to liberate ourselves. We can't,
Let me help you out, brother. You keep on talking about this nation. We talking about the globe. We are oppressed on this globe.
Well, even on the global.
Wait, hold on, brother.
Even on the global scale.
Hold on, brother. So,
But it's where we at. It's where we're at.
Hold on, brother. Hold on, brother. This is D-Dan Kamathi and Ebony's show. Let them chime in. I love you, brother, but
I love you too.
In the playback, it seemed like you teeter-tottering with what we're talking about.
Man.
So let's hear what D-Dan got to say, and we go hear what Taiki got to say, and then we go close out. And I respect everybody's perspective. And the topic is: are we all we got, or do we have allies? And we talking about this globally. We talking about globally. Can we count on the Arabs? Can we count on the people from India? Count on the light-skinned Latinos? Because we know what happened in this country. And you made a good point, Christopher. But we talk about global African unity.
And I mean that on a global scale,
at home
in a nation, in an American scale, or where are we at? Because you're in California, I'm in Greensboro, North Carolina.
Hey, bro. On this platform, Loyal African Minds, you changes the narrative. I understand what you're saying, brother. I'm well studied and versed about the United States in the globe. I do sociology. I'm not challenging your wisdom, and I don't want this to be a platform that, but we're going to keep rolling, and we're going to let some of these other people on what's going on with us globally as a folks. We know what's happening with America.
Most definitely.
D-Dan, why don't you chime in real quick, brother?
Hey, this is a very great topic, y'all, because there's a lot of confusion as to where we are right now and where we need to go. Through my observation, I'm going to speak to these interracial relationships, man. These interracial relationships are very, very toxic, man. And I'm going to speak to that surrounding when anytime it's a Black man that get with a white woman, that damn white woman is damn kryptonite. That Black man always feel like he want to tiptoe through tulips. He want to scratch when his ass don't itch. He want to do everything to make that white woman feel comfortable, right? And then when they have offspring, anytime it's a white woman, they always want to justify and rationalize the white woman role in all of this shit. That white broad, that cave broad, always have been, look, it's uncles, white relatives and cousins, and they ask nigger it up. Yeah. They don't intervene and be like, wait a minute, I got Black friends, I got people who I like, y'all ass out of pocket. They nigger it up with their ass, or if they don't nigger it up with them, They don't intervene and say a damn thing, and then they come back around you like nothing was ever damn said, man, straight up. How do I know that? Because there's countless videos on all this shit right here, and I'm very astute and well-rounded, and I leave no stone unturned when it comes to researching my damn people. I can provide receipts, timelines, and all that to break that down. You know what I mean? That's just what it is, though. Like I say, they always try to find a way to justify and rationalize what goes on, man. The Latinos also. The lighter your damn skin get, the more you go towards white privilege, so to speak. You know what I mean? Like I say, we don't have no friends with this shit, man. Like I say, for us to still be going through this here in 2020, the truth, look, from a historical standpoint, what it is, y'all. We got to get that about our damn mind, man, to do for self and make sure our damn children know who they are in terms of knowledge of self, just so they won't be confused as to who your damn friend is. Your friend is who your ass look at every time you brushing your damn teeth in a damn mirror. We have no damn friends. That's why the brother, again, John Henry Clark broke that down very beautifully and eloquently.
He did.
Not to mention our beautiful brother Amos Wilson also broke that down. He broke down the Chinese. They're gonna be the next one in line to do what they're doing. And now fast forward to right now today, we see what's going on in Africa with these Chinese. You see the way they eating our ass. You see the way they evicting us up out of our homes and all that right there. Everybody was on a land grab in terms of trying to snatch up the natural minerals and resources from Mama Africa. And nothing has ever been reciprocated in terms of all what we put forth. It's still y'all bad out here, man. So just all of your love and all of your trust, allow that to just generate towards your damn people only. Stop trying to look for damn allies. We have none.
This King Ajalana and Super, I'm at the pull rank one more time. I kept asking about the Arabs. It's a big problem going on. They had slavery going on in the Sudan. They got it going on in northern Sudan. They're taking our black women out of Africa, right? And they buying them from all parts of America, and they child pedophile rings in North Africa, in Libya, Algeria, and Tucson, over even in Morocco. That they're taking they're taking us Africans, right? And these people, these parasites who call themselves Barbers and Arabs, right? And this is something that we don't want to address. I understand the white man and the Chinese is there too. But I want us to be remembering, I want us to be mindful, I want us to know that right now as we speak, we got Arab slave catchers going over in Africa, Assalamu alaikum, right? And people are putting the people relax and promising them that they can go work in these other countries, and they're making them, they brutalizing them, they're killing them, they're chopping their heads off, they're making them sex slaves, they're going up with little kids. And so, okay, white man, okay, but I'm talking about all these motherfuckers. I'm talking about the Chinese man, the Indian, I'm talking about all of them. We ain't letting nobody off the hook. Worldwide African unity. That's what that red, black, and green is for. And I don't have a person who's mixed. I don't have a problem with a person who's mixed, because in history, you got the person who straddled the fence. You got the person who say, I got the African spirit and I'm down with the red, black, green. And then you got the other one who say, you know, we're all Americans and all we got to do is pull our pants up and get an education and then get a job like me. So I'm just going in on Arabs right now, okay? They have green too. And a mix or whatever, but they took over North Africa and they're trying to get East Africa, and they're doing a big job on the slave trade. They're supplying little babies and females throughout the world for the pedophile rings. Who wants to speak on who have any history of the Arab slave trade? Who knows what's going on? Talk to me. Talk black to me.
Well, actually, we at like the end of our time, so we're gonna let our elder queen Trish chime in with final last words, and we're gonna wrap it up from there, y'all. Appreciate everybody coming in. Definitely continue the narrative at our website at loyalafricanminds.com, and definitely we got it show tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. That's 11 p.m. on the East Coast for our Connected Mind show. And we got a contest in that show that we're going to be announcing, the research room. So that being said, Queen Trish, why don't you take us out with your final words on our topic tonight?
In your arm right now.
I agree.
Past bring it into church and all of this stuff. You know, I don't. I mean, if there's some strong pastors, you know, and they're woke, that's a different thing. But if you come in there and you trying to give the people the dope to lull them back to sleep, and they singing the Kumbaya again, we don't need that right now. We need to continue with this momentum right now.
We don't need to conform to their ideologies anymore.
No, we need to stay on this momentum that we have right now.
Exactly.
We need to build on it, and we need to focus on getting offline and getting with like-minded people so that we can begin to build. And like what was the young brother's name? That brought up the book, and then he was talking about getting our own military so that we can not have what happened with Rosewood and Tulsa and Black Wall Street. That's what I was saying the other day. We got to prevent that from happening when we get this together.
Okay, so there it is. The Queen has given her word. And with that, we're going to wrap it up. Definitely hit us back on LoyalAfricanMinds.com. And that is it for tonight. I appreciate all the soldiers in the room. And here's the question, y'all. We're going to leave y'all with. Is you with us or are you not with us? That being said, good night, y'all.
Good night. Numaki Wawa.
Maki Wawa.
I would like to thank all of our guests for being on here. We hope we can have you back on some of our other shows.
Thanks for joining us, Chris.
Hey yo, what kind of beats you be playing?